Okay, so if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know that I have a affinity towards these guys spraying the sky. For decades, they went on denying that they were going to do it, that it wasn't going on, that it was all conspiracy theory. And now it seems they've changed their tune exponentially. For instance, here's the moon coming up in Colorado, and they have chemtrailed so heavily you can barely see it in broad daylight. Now, the fact that the sun and the moon are up at the same exact time and the moon is not yet full, that kind of ruins that little bit of science where they told us that the sun was being the phases of the moon were created by the sun being on the other side of the earth. Well, they never told us about this particular setup right here where the sun and moon are up at the exact same time, but I digress. Let's listen to David Keith for a minute. You've seen his videos. You've seen me hound this guy over the years. Now, I put this video up back in March, and I wrote, must watch the most important video. Sadly, it only got 117,000 views, but it was basically showing that suddenly Harvard University had come out with a series of emotional videos with dramatic music and different professors explaining why they must spray the atmosphere to save us all from global warming and to bounce the sun's heat back into outer space. This went by with little fanfare. The only people that really knew about this are people that watch channels like mine and others that cover this particular topic that is the most important topic in the world. Everything else is just chin music. These guys are filling the atmosphere with incredibly heavy metals that are bad for humans. Now, you think that's just me saying that? Let's listen to the man himself, the one that's always talking about filling the sky with megatons. Let's listen to him out of his own face.
Made a decision, or there was a collective decision to do a geoengineering program, and you put, say, the kind of program I think makes more sense, we put about 1 million tons a year in, but let's say, you might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year as the direct result of that decision. You might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year. So you might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year as the direct result of that decision. Made a decision, or there was a collective.
Now, there's no two ways about this. This was done in a small forum at a foldable table where he completely came out and said the truth. You may end up killing many tens of thousands of people, but we still think it's worth it. Well, it turns out they're on it. They're doing it. They don't care. They have been doing it. And they finally come out and said it, and still people aren't listening. Let's toss out the window all the respiratory issues from people inhaling heavy metals, barium, strontium, sulfuric oxide, sulfuric acid, aluminum. But think about the electrical conductivity. These guys are using so many different types of ground-based radar and other HARP-like devices to electrocute the atmosphere, and this plays a huge role in it. The fact that these people have been caught so many times out of their own mouths.
You might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year as the direct result of that decision. You might end up killing many tens of thousands of people a year as the direct result of that decision.
And it took this long to get this on video, but I've been telling you the exact same story for quite a while. This is the worst thing humanity will ever face. They are blocking out the sun from the East Coast to the West Coast and back again. Richie from Boston. We need to wake people up. Or don't. I'm out.